off last night's game, Luka Doncic and LeBron James powered the Lakers to their 7th straight win on Wednesday, taking down Kevin Durant and the Rockets. Another dominant performance from Doncic, who finished with 40, 10, and 9. Not bad. LeBron, nearly flawless, adding 30 points on an incredible 13 of 14 shooting performance with the win. LA sits comfortably as the 3 seed in the West, holding a 1.5 game lead over the Timberwolves. Stephen A., how much stock do we put in this Lakers win streak?
I just think you have to put tremendous stock because it's happening for the reasons that it's supposed to happen. It's happening because Luka Doncic is playing like a superstar. It's happening because Austin Reeves has ascended to a very prominent player in this league. The brother can play. And it's happening because LeBron James, the 4-time champion, the 4-time league MVP, the basketball savant, is playing like one. He's making adjustments. He's the third option. He's not even the second option. At times, he's playing center. And he's doing what I predicted he would do before the season even began when he started out the season, missing those games. And everybody was wondering, how is the adjustment going to be made for LeBron James to be able to play with both Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic? I said if it comes down to LeBron James, he'll figure it out. This is a man that has graduated from the point of looking at him during regular season games. You can't look at him and go by what you see on any given night between the months of October and early April. He's earned more than that. He knows what it takes to go deep into a playoff run. The man has been to 10 NBA Finals. He's won 4 championships. He's lost 6, but he's won 4 championships. He knows what he's doing. And so to see him out there at times playing center, doing whatever it needs to be done in order to make the team go, to make that offense go, you just can't say enough. And then you see a veteran, a savvy veteran, like a Marcus Smart, finding ways to help you figure out how to win games. You utilize guys like that, you're going to be prolific offensively. And if you're prolific offensively, that puts an opposing offense on their heels because it makes them tight because they know they can't afford to make a mistake because they've got to figure out a way to stop you. That is what the Lakers have to their advantage right now because there's no answer for Luka Doncic. There's very few answers for Austin Reeves. And LeBron James is showing you that at the age of 41, in his 23rd season, there's very few answers for him as well. You see something like that transpire, you have to take notice. Of course, you don't look at OKC and San Antonio and say, no, you're usurping them, you're eclipsing them. But anybody else in the Western Conference, are you going to definitively state that the Los Angeles Lakers absolutely cannot beat them? You cannot say that. And that's why this is legitimate.
This has been about finding a formula that can work for them. And they may have found it. Now, I also want to point out, LeBron had some incredible plays last night in this game. I think he had 4 dunks in the first half alone. This was an extremely important game. I mean, I realize it was March, 18th or something, but, you're going to put that in perspective. But the Lakers needed this game very badly because this game not only was a factor in the standings and the seeding, but it also included the tiebreak. This game was essentially worth 2 games, okay? Also, they landed today in Miami at 4 a.m., wheels on the ground at 4 a.m., at the hotel by 5. I'm not expecting LeBron to play tonight in Miami. I do not know what kind of Laker team you're going to get. So you're probably facing a loss tonight. So that even makes more on last night. And so to see them approach this game with a playoff-like atmosphere, not only was a playoff-like, okay, this is an important game, we need to win it, but they had just played the same team 2 days earlier. That team had a practice. There was a whole adjustment thing. It was like a mini playoff series. To have that understanding and to see the way that they came out and played this game was extraordinarily impressive. And now let's take a step back to the 10,000-foot view. One of the things that I had a difficult time in believing about this team as they went through the middle of the season, very average. And just to be clear, they played a 39-game stretch where they were 19-20. 39 games is half a season. Okay, you play 39 games at 500. You're not, scaring anybody. And there were, one of the reasons why that happened was because when LeBron, Reeves, and Luka played together, they got outscored. They had this data set that was like, go ahead and play those 3 dudes. They can't defend. They can't be good at the other end of the court. Well, J.J. Redick, Austin, LeBron, and Luka have all gotten together. This is a team that is very clearly heavily invested at the team's success, okay? And they have figured out a way for the formula to work. So you look at the last 7 or 8 games, Luka has never scored more for the Lakers. And LeBron has never shot less in his career. Okay, he has had 7 or 8 straight games where he hasn't even taken 15 shots. He's never done that at least 4 times in his career. So LeBron takes it down a little bit, Luka takes it up a little bit, and next thing you know, the Lakers are taking off.
Stephen A., you brought something up when you mentioned how this version of LeBron James, he's playing the 5, he's playing wherever they need him to play. We know he's shooting less. I mean, the ball's out of his hands more often. He's being forced to play off the ball. And this version of him has the Lakers where they are right now. Like, what do you make of this LeBron that we're seeing in this stretch?
Well, I think it's phenomenal. I think there's no way around it. And I think that he has to be applauded for the level of unselfishness. Think about the storylines that have surrounded him. Is this his last time in a Laker uniform? The Lakers, with Luka Doncic clearly having moved on, do they even want LeBron James? Should he want to be there? What legitimacy is there to, his championship aspirations if he stays in L.A.? Doesn't he need to depart from Cleveland? All of this noise has been made, and all they've been doing ever since is winning. And he has been an incredible contributor to their winning ways. He has stepped up when he needed to step up. Last night, he hits 93% of his shots, 13 of 14 from the field, for crying out loud. Like Wendy just pointed out, not taking more than 15 shots in a game on several occasions. Being deferential. I mean, just think about this for a second. This is one of the guys on the Mount Rushmore of basketball, one of the top 4 players in the history of basketball, okay, who is a 4-time champion and a 4-time league MVP and was clearly the star of the Los Angeles Lakers all of these years that he has been there until Luka Doncic arrived last season. And all he does is go out there and not just play deferentially to Luka Doncic. He also does so to Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves goes down. He gets injured. He comes back. He allows Austin Reeves to work his way back into things, the unselfishness, the leadership. You just can't question it. If it was something to question, I wouldn't hesitate to question it. We know who we listening to right now. But the bottom line is I can't do that. That's not fair, and that's not accurate. This man has been an exceptional leader. He's been an exceptional champion. He's been an exceptional winner, and he's showing it as we speak. As an aside, however, I will say this to Wendy. They got into Miami at 4 o'clock last night. Some people would say that's a good thing. Had they gotten in earlier, they would be less prepared for tonight's game than they expected to be because they got in late enough. So it's not necessarily a bad thing for the Los Angeles Lakers that they got in at 4 a.m. to South Beach, because had they gotten in earlier, they might have been out later. You feel what I'm saying? It's smart. It actually might work out.
Courtney,
and I believe LeBron's going to play tonight. I believe LeBron's going to play tonight. I don't believe he's going to sit out tonight.
All right, listen. When you have the savvy and experience of someone like Stephen A. Smith to provide that sort of insight, we have to listen to it.
Yes.
And I mean,
yes,
I don't know where Stephen A. was at 4 a.m. Maybe you and LeBron were hanging out together for all I know. You guys are buddies.
No, we were not.
I will tell you, I don't know, Courtney, where this Lakers season is going to end, okay? I do not know how far they're going to go in the playoffs. I don't know what seed they're going to get. I don't think they're beating Oklahoma City or San Antonio, but I'm not putting any limitations on this team. What I am saying is, what I am watching is J.J. Redick doing a spectacular job with this team from where they were in November to where they are now. I have seen him improve their defense by changing their schemes, by challenging players to do certain things, by trying to get to DeAndre Ayton. I am seeing Luka Doncic back off the referees. I don't know if that can last. How am I possibly? I have a huge data set to. How do I know? I know this. The next time he gets a technical, he's getting suspended. And the Lakers are fighting for positioning. He can't afford to get suspended. He's been backing off the referees. I'm watching Austin Reeves and LeBron James play against second units and dominate. And I'm watching them all year long be the best team in the clutch because they've got Luka and they've got Austin and they've figured out how to do things. This is something that is extremely impressive that is going to go beyond this season. And so I think you got to look at it through that light as well.
Right. Two things to point out before we move on. Luka has been, ravaged, and we've criticized him, maligned him for, his efforts on the defensive side of the ball. First of all, credit to J.J. Redick and the coaching staff. Credit to Luka Doncic. He stepped up his defensive effort. That's number one. Number two, do y'all know that when Luka Doncic is on the floor, the Los Angeles Lakers are outscoring opponents by 10 points? We got to remember that, because if you're supposed to be a defensive liability, it ain't supposed to be that big of a discrepancy. But sure enough, outscoring opponents by 10.1 points per game with Luka Doncic on the court during this streak, okay, to be specific. Last but not least, at the age of 41, in his 23rd year, LeBron James is leading the entire NBA in fast break points per game. Now, on one hand, that's just unbelievable. On the other hand, to the rest of the league, where the hell is your damn pride and dignity? I mean, a man is 41 years of age in his